What is a thing that you enjoy about being married to an Indian person? Namaste, greetings. I am Jessica Kumar, host of the Invisible India podcast and of this YouTube channel. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to episode 72. Today's video is a little different than what I usually do. Most of my show is about interviewing Indian, South Asian, stereotype breakers and talking about culture differences. Today I am talking about relationships in marriage, and I have asked two other women to come on and share their perspectives. First woman is Sheida from Iran/Canada, and she's talking about her relationship with her Punjabi husband. The second woman is Parneet from France/Belgium, and also her Punjabi husband. Those of you who know me, I'm Jessica, and I'm married to Abhishek, who's from Bihar. I'm from the United States, but live full-time in India. I've asked three questions, and these are not meant to oversimplify or fetishize Indian people. We're going to talk about just some of the cultural differences that we can't deny that are there from being a person of a different culture and being married to an Indian person. So the three questions are, number one, what is a thing that you enjoy about being married to an Indian person? Second is, what do you enjoy about Indian culture? And third is, what is a challenge that you have being married into Indian culture? So we're gonna go through these three things with three women. Let's go.
Hello guys, my name is Sheida. Indians usually call me Shiny G, and I'm Iranian. My husband is Punjabi. I love Indian food, and having an Indian husband give me a good chance to eat a lot of them. What I like about Indian culture is their song, their music, and the clothes. I like lehenga and sari. Of course, a biggest challenge to have an interracial marriage is language, and that's why that I'm learning Punjabi.
My name is Parneet. I am basically from French background, so that means I grew up in France, live in France all my life, and we have basically a Christian family, but we are not too much inside the practice of religion, basically. After that, I moved to Belgium in 2012, and I meet my Punjabi husband. For me, there is something big in Indian culture that you will find nowhere. In Europe, we don't have this system about the family notion and family dimension. It's really a big thing in India. Everything, it's every decision, everything in house, it's made according to the family living there. And when you are son-in-law, daughter-in-law, something like me, and you really feel included inside this family, so that means you are not a piece of cake from outside or something like this, but you are really included, and your decision, your talking, they are take inside the family matter. All Europeans get crazy about Indian food. Maybe it's stereotype things, but me and my husband, we are special on it because we like Indian food, masala test, something like that, but we cannot at all eat milk. So what is spicy, a lot, fire. I have started basically on a young age to learn Bollywood dance, and I have made so many workshops of different dance, about Kalbelia, but South Indian dance. I have practiced Odissi. I have practiced so many different type of dance. I found myself in the Bhangra and Gidda. I turned that to a fitness style lesson with a friend from France, and really release a kind of concept of Indian dance fitness. Bhangra, it's as beat of life. When I listen Dol, when I listen on the beat of Bhangra, it's something that I cannot stop myself to move, so it's really something I like. There is one main point, and I found that Indian system is really hard. It's the educational system, for children. So when I go to India, I see then children, they have a lot of paper, they have a lot of tests every time. It's just something then I don't know how many tests they have. We say in Europe we have a test, okay, in a trimester or semester sometime, yeah, but we don't have test every time. So there it's current to have a regular test about all the learning you got in school. They work as a society about the educational system. They don't take apart the children, means this type of children can learn them like that or can learn them like that. Parents decide to bring them children so after school, when they are in half day or something like this or holiday, they have to go in tuition. This is something I found really crazy because they cannot have any calm and peace moment out of the school, because students need also some time, to release and to get out of the school matter. And there is a consistently pressure on the student, then you have to learn. It's bringing by the school, it's bringing by the parents, and it's a system, then society makes them like that. I really don't think it's the best system to make educated children. We have already so many type of problem of educational system in Europe, and we don't agree about this type of we call pedagogy, and I believe put pressure in students same like this, in children same like this, it's not going to give them a better result, really. It's going to create so many problems, and maybe sometimes it's going to create resistance about the study and make them completely upset of themselves and create psychological problem for them. So it's really something, if I can change with a wand or something, make some spell, I would like to change in Indian culture, really, for the wellness of the student. Thank you, bye.
All right, my chance now to give my thoughts. I grew up in the United States and in the Midwest, and now have lived most of my adult life in India. However, there are still challenges and interesting things that come up all the time. I would say for me, one of the things I love most about being married to an Indian person is just the sense of people are so invitational towards you as a part of the family, and kind of how you have a given role in the family. That's something very unique. I think in Western culture, that's just not there. It's like there's no expectations specifically laid out for you as an individual or as in your role in the family. And so I really love that about being married to Abhishek and being married in a Bihari family. Second question, thing that I love about Indian culture, I mean, others have mentioned the food. That's an obvious huge win. But to go a little bit deeper, the community aspect, people really are, in each other's lives and care about one another, are also just keep in touch, know what's going on in each other's lives, ask the right questions. People are constantly asking questions, how you're doing, what's going on. People might get very annoyed with that and say, just leave me alone. I'm trying to live my life. But I actually enjoy a lot of that. And third, one challenge that I have living or being married to an Indian person, we have a very different sense of what personal responsibility looks like. So there are things that in my mind fall like very clearly in my court, and things that fall very clearly in his court as far as responsibilities, things that should be done. And I think he has a more, or I think in many Indian men have a more like fluid notion of what that could look like. So for example, if, there's an expectation of like helping each other out with things, and that very much I've seen across the board in a lot of Indian families. My mother-in-law, I'm picking on her. She, was not in the greatest health a couple of years ago. And we were asking her, "Mai, aap kyun nahi karte? Aap पैदल क्यों नहीं जाते हैं? आप टहलने क्यों नहीं जाते हैं? Like, why don't you go out for a walk? Why don't you go and do something?" She's like, "बेटा बेटी नहीं चलाते तो हम क्या करें?" Like basically, बेटा बेटी जबरदस्ती नहीं करते हैं, हमको लेके नहीं जाते तो हम क्या करें? So basically, she was saying that my daughter and son aren't here to take me and make me go, so it's not my fault, right? So there's the kind of expectation of, well, someone else should be there to like encourage me to do it. It's not my fault, right? The personal responsibility is quite different in certain aspects. So I think that would be a huge cultural difference that after 12 years, almost 12 years of marriage, I've still wrestle with at times, and still kind of roll my eyes at times. And that's something I don't think you quickly get over as an individualistic American. So yes, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it with someone who you know who is in a relationship with an Indian person that might benefit from hearing these differences. Also, if you haven't heard about my Hindi hacks course, अगर आप हिंदी सीखना चाहें तो आप मेरे कोर्स को देख सकते हैं, ले सकते हैं, enroll कीजिए. You can enroll in my course. It's on my website, invisibleindiapodcast.com. There's a Learn Hindi tab, and you can see it there. And this is just 3 stories that we've talked through today. If you are from a different part of the world and you are married to an Indian person or in a long-term relationship with an Indian person and want to share your story about some of the cultural differences that you've seen, please write to me, jessica@invisibleindiapodcast.com, or on any of my social media channels. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. So please write to me. I'd love to hear more. Chaliye, फिर मिलेंगे. Till next time.